Hi, everybody. Welcome to WCAX Extra. Starting a few minutes late today, and also we have a very special guest here,
yes.
a familiar face to a lot of you. And now our Assistant News Director, Don Amato, joins us.
Hello.
What's up? How we doing?
Just another fine Wednesday morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy
Today,
to be here.
absolutely. Want to talk about changes to Green Mountain Transit. You did a story yesterday about what the people can expect, what's coming down the line as far as what those look like, especially for some rural riders across the state. So first things first, let's talk about the Let Them Ride policy.
Yeah.
It's ending now, right?
Yeah, so it's a policy that they started after the pandemic last year.
Yeah.
They had instituted bus fares again that allowed people to take the bus for free. They reinstituted that last year, but then adopted this Let Them Ride policy, which essentially let people not pay still.
Yeah.
It was a pretty small amount of people, they said, that weren't paying 6 to 7% of riders, I believe they said. Which, I think they mentioned caused a little friction between, the bus driver, the passengers. People paid, some people got on and didn't pay. So as of, I believe, Tuesday, they officially, or Monday, they officially stopped that. So you have to pay when you get on the bus now.
Yeah, and as far as, some of those changes, you also changes in routes, correct?
Yeah, so they, just this morning, actually, they had sent out some news that they have approved these additional reductions that would go into effect, I believe, next July.
Okay.
That includes city loops. Despite there being a lot of concern about the rural routes, especially in Franklin and Washington counties, they are reducing some routes in the Williston-Essex bus. The weekday number 8 city loop bus is going to be every an hour instead of every 30 minutes. So there are definitely they continue to make these cuts to save. Now they're saving about $1 million annually, which they said they lost a lot of money after the funding gap that they lost because of all the COVID money.
Yeah, absolutely. So really quickly again, so we have Washington County, some changes, and then some city loops as well. Chittenden County.
Yeah, Franklin County, Washington County. I think they're still looking for 2 providers to do that service in Franklin and Washington County, and then some of their seasonal service that they do to ski mountains.
Okay.
So there's definitely some changes afoot. There haven't been. It's Tri-Valley Transit and the Rural Community Transportation that are looking to take on those service areas, but they haven't signed on to that yet because that is going to add cost to their budget. So it's kind of this juggling act of figuring out who can take this on, who can take on the added money, the added cost, the added time. You need drivers, you need buses, and whatnot.
No, absolutely something to keep an eye on as far as people who rely on this to get to work, do appointments, and everything else like that. Obviously, you can check out the story on our website to keep that in mind, and of course, stay up to date with some GMT changes. But,
Definitely.
But Dom, thanks for hopping on. We'll play this in just a sec, and we'll get rolling here.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Vulnerable to any changes to the way the federal government distributes its funds.
Green Mountain Transit preparing for the worst. Despite no indication they would lose funding, GMT says they need to be ready, with 60 to 70% of their budget coming from the government. But it's led public transit advocates to call for a renewed focus on funding.
Transit does work in Vermont and can work in Vermont, but it must work better.
Lawmakers and a group known as Transportation for Vermonters spoke about the importance of public transit at the State House Tuesday.
Public transit is housing, it's health care, it's economic opportunity, and its connection to community.
They want a bigger state investment after saying only about 6% of Vermont's $867 million transportation budget is spent on public transit.
When people don't have reliable access to transportation, it hinders their ability to get to the doctor, to get to work, to childcare, and to shop for food and other basic needs.
This comes as Green Mountain Transit is working to consolidate or eliminate more bus routes, especially in rural areas, and recently reinstituted mandatory bus fares.
So we see the return to fares as being successful both in not impacting ridership and generating the revenue that we need.
Previously, GMT's Let Them Ride policy allowed those who couldn't afford the bus to take it anyway. But with more anticipated budget issues, the 6 to 7% of riders who didn't pay are now back on the hook, which GMT says is good for the bottom line and morale on the bus.
We certainly heard from our drivers that the mood and the tenor on the bus would change when somebody would come on board and not pay.
Any proposed changes to bus routes won't happen until July 2026. Reporting in South Burlington, Dom Amato, Channel 3 News.
Good thing to keep an eye on there, especially if you rely on the bus to really get around, a lot of places in Vermont. But might want to, if you're getting up for a ride today or a bike ride or a walk or really anything, it's going to be beautiful, Peter.
Delightful. Yeah, we got some really nice weather heading our way. Already got the sunshine out there. Sunshine starting to warm us up a bit. Back into the 30s and 40s here for most of us. Burlington already coming in at 45. Still got 39 Saranac Lake, 39 Plattsburgh, 29 right now for Montpelier, 35 St. Jay, 36 right now down towards Brattleboro. Really nothing to talk about on satellite and radar. Hardly a cloud in the sky right now, and we really are going to be talking about plenty of sunshine out there. It's blue skies and sunshine from our network of Skywatch 3 cameras all across the area, and here's how the rest of the day shapes up. Maybe a few clouds filtering that sunshine into the afternoon and evening hours today. Otherwise, though, really is a good amount of sunshine, maybe just a few more clouds than what we saw here through the course of the day yesterday. Into the night tonight, a few more clouds filling in. It's a mixture of sunshine and clouds here for your day on Thursday. It's really not until later tomorrow evening, especially after sunset for Vermont, that we start to see the arrival of a few rain showers out there. Rain showers actually transitioning over to some snow showers here as we head towards the early morning hours on Friday. That snow going to gradually make its departure here as we head into Friday afternoon. We're clear and basically done with that snow as we head towards Friday evening. Could potentially, though, make for a slick Friday morning commute. It's not a ton of snow by any means. A trace potentially up to an inch or two. The higher elevation spots in the Northeast Kingdom, northern New Hampshire, maybe they run an additional 2 to 4, though, in that time frame. Before we get there, though, today and tomorrow, quite mild, talking temperatures in the 60s. To go along with those mild conditions, though, a bit of a breeze developing here this afternoon, at times gusting between 20 and 30 miles per hour. A bit stronger as we head into your day tomorrow. Notice the Adirondacks as well as the Champlain Islands. Maybe a few gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour here through your day on Thursday before the winds start to diminish and back off here come tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Before we get there today, though, a bit of a breeze. Again, a little bit of sun, plenty of sunshine out there, I should say. Temperatures in the 60s and potentially a few lower 70s here in the Champlain Valley. Tonight, overnight lows, they'll fall back into the 30s and 40s out there. Partly cloudy skies overhead. Into your day tomorrow, it's partly to mostly cloudy skies overhead for your day on Thursday. Temperatures a bit cooler, stuck in the 50s here off to the east. We're going to generally talk the low to mid 60s here across the western half of the area. Now look at that 7-day forecast. It's the rain and snow showers making their arrival here tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Potentially some snow showers here waking up Friday morning. Could make for a slick Friday morning commute for some of us. We again picking up an additional coating up to an inch or two for most locations. The weekend forecast not looking too bad. Sunshine here for both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, definitely the warmer of the 2 weekend days in the 50s, but Sunday temperatures stuck in the 30s here for most of us. Maybe a few rain and snow showers here as we head towards the start of next week for Monday and Tuesday. We have temperatures back into the 40s, John.
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. I think we have a nice, healthy mix ahead of us as far as, some nice weather today and then some more wintry stuff.
Weather once we go into, fittingly, the first day of spring tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you, Peter.
Yep.
And I think it does for us here on WCAX. Of course, you can see us later on the noon and all of our reading shows as well.
Yep.
It does it for us. Have a good one.